phase, climax, script. Okay.
वीडियो कैसे बनाई एआई से,
Hmm.
जानते हैं शांतनु से?
Okay, more or less people are in a very good space. I'm sure people understand content these days because of the amount of content that we are consuming, and especially I have to add to you add this to you guys that all the technology that people have been speaking about, they in the end are focusing on content creation because technology per se is very dry. But when you add a narrative layer to it or creativity layer to it, it starts getting popular. That is what Sam Altman did. That is what Elon Musk is doing. That is what all the people, that is what Google is doing. They are creating tools to create content per se. So you should understand that that's the entire way to do it. Like I said, technology is dry. On top of that, you need creativity so that it travels faster. All right, so I will show you the framework that I've been following. I need a very clear objective while I make certain content. Then I need a complete idea. Then I decide how I will make the story, and then I optimize it again using the LLMs. All right, so today's idea or today's objective is we want to learn the tools and understand how to set a proper narrative. And then the idea is what I told you about the bike idea, the motorcycle idea, probably Royal Enfield, but due to copyright issues, let's see if the Royal Enfield just comes in. But don't take screenshots, otherwise we'll be screwed. Or and how is something which we'll ask Cloud and develop the story together, and then we will optimize the entire story. So let's just get going with the movie. All right, we will be building it with cloud. Now, this is a tip which I have to give you guys. ChatGPT does amazing conceptualizations, but most of the time, I, as a human, like to think about my concepts and then move to the brainstorming with the LLMs because I don't want to let go that control as a creative person. So that's why I do it. I don't want to be lazy. So just be very careful. Just go with an idea. All right, so let's move into cloud and start with the entire space. Hey Cloud, I have to create a 30-second movie teaser about a father and daughter relationship and a Royal Enfield bike between them. The father and the daughter will have a time jump between it, and the father will be using the Royal Enfield on Earth while the daughter is optimizing that Royal Enfield to go and travel in space. So, giving this prompt, I'm going to use the Sonnet model here, not going to the Opus model. What I've done in the cloud is for the all the entrepreneurs and professionals out there, you have got the freelancers here. What I've done is this is the cloud which I am using as my company account where I put in all the details. Let's just go in settings till the this one comes up with the idea. I go into the settings part of it and I have created personal preferences for cloud to be considered in its responses. I've given all my core philosophy, all my details here. So you can also do the same about your profession, about your details. And mind you, I have asked cloud itself by giving it all the details. The best thing for you to come up with something like this is tell cloud to ask you questions about what your profession is and then have it in a document and put it in the settings part of it, which is right here. That way, cloud will optimize the entire thing for you. And so, this is something which you need to basically focus on. All right, let's just look at our chat on where we are at. Hold up. Yeah, perfect. So, we are here. All right, so it has given us the entire detail in the document. What do we have here? All right, we have a 30-second teaser and 8 second. It's given us the entire structure. All right, it's given us the structure. It has given us the emotional architecture, sound design layers, and everything. So if you want to create a video, it will give out those details. Now, what we'll do is be a bit more specific with cloud as to exactly what we need. Hey Cloud, I need clear visuals of the father in during his young age, probably looks like James Dean, and clear visuals of his daughter who looks more like Anna de Armas. I love that actor. So give me those details. How we will proceed is you will give me all the visual prompts, and I will then construct that from on a image to on a text to image generator. So I'm giving it details as to I'm giving it more context. Mind you, I have not yet assigned the role to cloud so that it probably optimizes the entire script for us. All right, so it will be called the Royal Enfield teaser, but I think we should work on the name here. So it has given all the text prompts, all right. It has given all the motorcycle transformational shots. I think this will be a crazy teaser. But what I'm missing is the name. All right. So I think once it gets done with all these details, see, it has given us all these details. For you to understand, you have to come up with the characters very clearly. The characters are very important, and for AI to generate from text to images, we need to have consistency. So the character consistency needs to be there, and this is going to help you. Of course, it will throw out cloud or any LLM will throw out a lot of details. It's your job to basically choose the best part of it. All right. Let's just move ahead. We have this, but I'm not liking the idea of how the story would be. So this is the brainstorming part of it. What I need is a clear story, is a clear dialogue. I need a narrator, I need a dialogue, and I need it to have a proper name. This movie needs to have a proper name. Hey Cloud, below are the three things that I need. First, the movie needs to have a very strong name. Second, the movie needs to have a narrator dialogue. Third, the movie needs to have the girl speaking the dialogue, one of the dialogues. Optimize the entire script so that I can read it like a screenplay. Mind you guys, we are right now at a screenplay and a blueprint phase. Like I showed you, this is the pre-production phase, which requires a lot of patience. Once this is set, this will drive the entire image generation to video generation. All right, let's see what it gives us. Legacy Riders, that's a decent name. And we have this in the screenplay format. Check this out. So the LLM has read through all the Hollywood scripts, all the Bollywood scripts, everything, and it understands what a teaser should feel like. So more or less, it will understand how the teaser looks. So let's just go through what it has. Some journeys began with a single spark. All right, then but the greatest ones are passed from heart to heart. Okay. Then we have Maya saying, Dad always said that bike could take us anywhere. Maya says he didn't just know how far anywhere could be. That's kind of a decent script. Royal Enfield, built for roads, rebuilt for infinity. Quite decent. I'm kind of liking it. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat. Are we going in the right direction? Enjoyable. Yeah, kind of nice. So I think with this, we have officially come up with a script. People who are saying no, of course, feel free to try it by yourself and give me in the chat what you guys think works. But of course, it will be very difficult for all of us to come on the same page. The idea is to go with the flow. Me as a creative director, I have a feeling that this would work because this has that right emotional tone to it. It will give, but I just want to see a better name. So although I like the name, let me just see if can we get few more options. Give me 5 more name options which resonate with this script. Right? So let me see if it gives us something better. So the names, now this is where I need your guys' help on what Infinity Roads, Thump of Eternity. Nice. Beyond the Horizon, Starbound Heritage, The Last Mile. Not sure about Last Mile, but I'm kind of liking the Thump of Eternity and Beyond, or probably. No, I think the Thumb of Eternity works. What is the? I think these are the details which Cloud is mentioning that these might work. What do you guys think? Or should we just go with Legacy Riders? Tell me in the chat, guys. Let's just be more interactive. I know a lot of people are here. The idea is to understand how I'm chatting with Cloud. Thumb of Eternity, the last one, Infinite. Legacy Riders is good. All right. 3, 2, 3, 3. 3 Beyond the Horizon 3 to Thump of Eternity. I think we'll go with Legacy Riders because it has, although I like Thump of Eternity because it has that thump of eternity, but we can take that call in a bit. All right, so with this, let's just move on to making some visuals. Now that we have a broader idea, we have a blueprint, let's just make visuals, put some visual to our thought, and then we can proceed. The idea is to not jump to a conclusion. So we have all of this. Let's move uh, to basically create one visual. Now there is a prompt structure that I generally follow. Before going there, what do you tell me, guys? Do you think we should really rely completely on AI for story building? What do you guys think? No, right? Sometimes it's fine. But when you're creating something which is going to create a lot of impact, no. It's our job as humans to understand that there is a difference between AI and us. We have our own experiences. AI has a collective memory. We cannot work with collective memory. Collective memory is what we can refer to. If you, that's when you have to basically practice your instinct again and again, which is what I'm trying to do in this workshop specifically. So ideas generated. I'm going to take the questions in the last because I feel that all of us are in a flow. And let's move into creating visuals. What do you think before getting there? What do you think was is the thought process behind this visual? Yeah, beyond the horizon, fine. I understand. Uh, Give me the thought process which has gone beyond this. All right. Yeah. The thought process behind this is something which I've been working on for a very long time. I have my own set of prompts to get my own set of visuals, and this is that thought process. If you can tell me what prompt I've put for this particular visual, as you see, I'm on the moon at the stage. Tell me in the chat. Oh, yes. What should be? What would be the prompt? Yeah. Hmm. All right. So there is a particular set of prompt. I'm not going to tell you what prompt it is because you might get a different output because I'm using a different model also. But I like the idea that you guys have. You guys are putting in understanding this visual. You have to basically understand to decode the visual. There are chariots. There is space. There is earth. There is chariots on not necessarily earth, it's cosmic, it's planetary. So you have to understand these keywords and which is what the prompt is all about. And you guys understand prompting, but there is a creative way of prompting which I'm going to tell you. Of course, we are going to go through this framework that I have put in, and this is the prompt that we are going to basically. This is a master prompt structure that we are going to follow. Now that we have Legacy Riders or Beyond the Thump as two working titles of our father and daughter relationship, uh, let's just basically come up with a visual reference. So, what do you think the emotional tone would be for that particular Beyond the Thump or Legacy Riders? What do you think the emotional tone would be? Example is like contemplative and inspiring. What do you think the particular emotional tone is for our particular concept? Sorry, I'm just a lot of people typing in. All right. I think it has certain nostalgia. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm not able to edit. Just a second. I'll just quickly edit this for you. Give me 1 second. All right. Why am I view only? Anyway. Can you check why am I just view only here?
I'm just checking, yes.
try this. Sorry guys, sorry for the technical delay.
Yes, can you try now, Shantanu?
A second. Strange. Okay, just a second. I'll try the other webs. Yeah,
I
thank
think
you.
it's on count.
All right. So, guys, once again, tell me what the emotional tone would be. I feel it should be on emotional 100%. All right. Nostalgic. All right. Inspiring for sure. Inspiring for sure. Right. Yeah, this is enough. What do you think the visual reference should be? Here it's Blade Runner meets Mumbai. That's fine. What should be the Blade Runner meets Mumbai Streets is the visual reference. Example. What do you think the visual reference is for this particular concept? Tell me. Tell me in the chat. Okay, not Kalki for sure. Okay, Mad Max. Mountains or probably give me a movie name. Avatar. Sure. Interstellar you want to go for? All right. No problem. Of course. So whom do you visualize? I would want to visualize. Do you want to visualize the daughter, or let's visualize the daughter? All right. And she's probably with the Royal Enfield. All right. So probably daughter on Royal Enfield. For the spelling mistake. All right. What should be the composition? When I say composition, wide cinematic shot with warm golden hour lighting. Does this work? I think this might work. Yeah, this might work. So let's just use this. What should be the lighting style? This is the lighting style, which is fine. And the camera movement, let's not go with the camera movement to confuse you, but this is something which I think can work, probably captured on a film camera, or let's just use an IMAX camera since you mentioned Interstellar. All right. Somebody's mentioned Transformer. I think that also is a crazy transformer. All right. And the color palette, I like the orange and teal, something like probably very bluish green. Yeah, I think bluish green can work really well. And the heroic shot where she stands with the bike in a very heroic way. All right, so this is our probably not put the so this is our master prompt where we have put our thoughts into place. It is not as it is the structured way, but not like grammatically very pleasing to look at. But this will give you a complete context. Like Funny was mentioning in the previous session, there's a way to write it. This is how you write the creative prompt, and this is how you come up with a master prompt. And I'll tell you why this is very essential because it sets the entire theme properly. All right. So let's say, for example, we take this prompt. All right. And let's move to a website called as Crea. Now, Crea is a wrapper. When I say wrapper, multiple, look at this guy, strange guy. Crea multiple AI video models or AI image models into one place. We are just going to use Crea today, and we have also used FreePix because I don't want to confuse you. But Crea has all the models which are available on open source. Let's say, for example, Flux models, Ideograms model, or Google's ImageGen model. All these models are with Crea as well. This is one of the wrapper. This is not a pitch to go for Crea, but you guys can log into Crea.ai and you'll get some free credits to generate your images. Try and do that. They're doing a fabulous job. So in this, there are multiple options that you can do. Not going to confuse you with everything, but just starting from scratch, where we are going to create an image. Like I was mentioning, Crea has multiple of these models. They have their own model, they have Flux models. Now, all these are engines. In our film term, these are our director of photography, the cameramen, who are going to set the tone of our particular ad. Now, if you keep on juggling between these models, you would not have a particular set of theme. What we will do right now as an experiment, now in filmmaking, we create an entire storyboard which gives us a complete idea as to how the film would look like. But that storyboard required a lot of time. With AI, that storyboard that reduced the amount of time, and I'll just show you how. Let's just select the Crea model and we copy paste our prompt here. All right, emotional, nostalgic, and everything. And let's just select. You guys want to go cinematic or you guys want to go vertical? Let's go cinematic. You can either go 16:9 or the widest of the wide because I enjoy that. All right, so I chose the Crea 1, which is the cameraman Crea, and let's just hit generate and see. Check this out. This is how it looks like. Super realistic visuals. All right. Let's just select the other model. Let's select Flux. Now keep on telling me in the chat if you're liking it, not liking it, if you're enjoying the process. And let's hit generate. Now this is the Flux model. All right. Flux model is also pretty good. You have multiple of the options where you can basically select the style of it. Like for example, I click on the style here on the bottom and select 90s anime. All right, and we add the style here, and let's see what we get, or if we get 90s anime style. See, check this out. We got 90s anime style images. It's as simple as that. That's simple. Of course, there are a few changes that we could do, but you get the drift, right? You can create any style here. You can add 5 styles together. Let's say, for example, I choose one more style here. Kind of, I always show people the Lego style because it's pretty much fun to look at Lego, right? So let's see if it comes in Lego properly. Check out the Lego style. Check this out. All right, so same prompt but different style. What the hell is this? Definitely don't use this, especially not in the night. All right, so this is the entire idea of it. When you choose the Flux model or the Crea model, you can select from these styles. Apart from that, there are multiple other styles. Like this is the ChatGPT image, the same ChatGPT image that we saw, that we see in the ChatGPT model when you go to ChatGPT. This is Google's Image Gen 4. You can get it in Whisk as well. Let's say, for example, we go for Image Gen 4 and we just hit generate. Now, this is a base workshop. That's the reason why I'm showing you all the things that are possible. There are multiple ways, or there are simpler workflows where you can directly go from text to video, which I'll show you any which ways. Check out Image Gen 4. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so similar to that, you can select multiple of these models. Like for example, let's select 1.1 Pro Ultra. I'm going to take you through probably the Crea model because I like the realistic imagery that the Crea model has given us, honestly. Let's see what we get. Now, depends on how much compute units are used. Just take a look at this. It might get too technical, but understand this is very important. Depends on how many compute units the model is using, your image complexity goes up. So all of these models are from the paid versions. Right now, if you choose just the Flux model or the Crea model, you guys can also select it. I think it's free. You can check it out by yourself and try this and send me on the chat if at all you have something better coming in. But check out the Flux 1.1 Pro. She's holding the handle a random way, but fairly decent and fairly like it's very hard to distinguish apart from the random ways things are happening here. But it's very hard to distinguish. Let's say, for example, you just look at this part; it's so realistic. All right, so there is one way where we have now experimented on these multiple models. Same way you can experiment on another website called SpeakIt, which I'll show you later. All right, so let's just optimize this prompt. Remember, in my framework, I like optimizing my prompt. We have a base prompt ready, but we have to optimize it for this particular ad. Now we have given context to cloud, and we come back to our blueprint, and we are in a good space right now in terms of the visuals. So let's optimize the prompt and see what we get. All right. Hey Cloud, below is the master visual prompt that should drive the visuals of my ad. So take a look at it and optimize it for maximum visually striking impact. All right, let's see what we get. So we copy pasted the same prompt that we came up with together, and let's see if it gives us the prompt here. All right. Awesome. It has taken all the details that we need. It has also added Lawrence of Arabia, which is fine. All right. And this is the optimized version of the prompt. All right. Now let's try with the optimized prompt and see if the visual quality increases. We have given visual quality might increase or decrease, that doesn't matter, but this has more details and given us more details of what camera to use. Now you don't need to be a filmmaker to understand this. When you just tell that to cloud, it will handle that for you. So let's select Crea 1 and let's remove this Lego style. Let's go realistic here, go super wide. This I'm not getting into. Raw means basically very high res and 1K resolution. You can go 4K, which is super high resolution. Let's just see a bit more high resolution and let's hit generate and see what we get. All right, so this is what we have got. This is where she has been optimized to go in space, which is also cool for us. Now check this out. All right, so she is in space right now. So this is the prompt, the way you prompt, the way the model will react to you. Now tell me in the chat, which of these cameramen do you guys like? You like the Crane one, you like the Flux one, you like Imagen one, Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra, or the Crea? Tell me in the chat. I'm liking the Crea the way it looks like, honestly. Guys, in the chat, I see no one typing anything. Yeah, you like the Crea version, right? It's doing a fairly decent job. All right, all right. So it's doing a great job. So let's work with Crea because this is good. All right. So I have this image. So we came up with something much better, honestly. So not necessarily the LLMs do a great job. LLM did something like this. Of course, this is part of our screenplay, but for us to come up with something where we understand if this is in the right space, we have to come up with our own prompts. And for that, that structure which I showed you is very important. Cool. So let's just select the Crea model. And now is our time to basically generate all the visuals which will drive the entire story. Now our screenplay is this. That's a second. This is our screenplay. All right. So if we would have gone with an ad specific visual, like if we would have gone with the campaign, our focus would have been the bike. Now we have gone with the movie aspect of it. So our focus is the father and the daughter. Emotion of the characters is what makes the film or sets the entire film apart. Of course, there are a few ads which merge the two, which is what we are doing. But on a broader scale, emotion is what sets a commercial campaign to a content-driven movie or a series. All right. So I think we should go with Beyond the Thumb because it has that vibe to it, honestly. Cool. So now let's just have cloud work with or give it a particular role. All right. Hey cloud, think like a award-winning movie director who has won multiple Oscars and who is making this AI teaser. You have to keep the character consistent, the father character consistent. The bike with the father needs to be the old Royal Enfield. The bike with the daughter needs to be the modern Royal Enfield, which can travel in space. Now optimize this entire script and give me visual prompts that will help me go from text to images on the Crea 1 model. So here I have told it all the details. I've also told it that I'm going with the Crea model. So now it will optimize everything for us. It's imperative for us to tell it that we are going to go with another AI so that it will optimize things according to that particular AI. So now it has Oscar caliber director's cut 30-second teaser for us, director with visual poetry of Denis Villeneuve, crazy guy who made Dune, amazing director. All right. So we have the character consistency of the father, all right, who's the archetype, and we have these details, the director's notes it has also given us, and it has also given us all these details. What it has done is given us the details of the father, the bike. All right, it has also kept everything in detail. So father's name is Arjun, probably, and Maya, who's shouldn't be 8, which is wrong. Let's just go through this together. Oh, when she was younger. Okay, all right. And it has given us passage of time. All right, cool. I think we have got close to 7 shots. Now I'm not going to go through everything because the output is so fast. I'm just going to copy paste this and let's just see everything together so that we understand that this is in the right direction. All right. So extreme close up. This is the most exciting part. Let's create a new session. That's the second. Create a new session here and copy paste this prompt. Select the widest of the wide. We are on the Kriya model and let's hit generate. Now let's look at it one by one in a bit. Let's just first get everything in our hand. Right. And Kriya 1 prompting. So each and every model has their own way of working. Look at the visuals that are coming in, guys. I think this is going to be damn exciting. Right. So then we have. All right, so you can basically tell it to keep the prompts same for the mother, for the father and the daughter, so that you get more character consistency. But there are multiple ways to do it. So I'm just going to do that in a bit. All right, let's just copy paste this and check out details. It's so realistic. All right, let's check out the 5th prompt. Ask it to improve it. And spawn clear 1. So on the shot 6. Look at this. These are some beautiful visuals that are happening. Of course, there might be some mistakes which we'll go through together, but let's just get every visual in our hands first so that we can take better calls. All right. And we have the final title sequence as well. Cool. So guys, we are ready. This was so simple, right? Like this is the first phase of production. We have these visuals. What do you guys think? Check out the visuals that we have. Tell me in the chat if we are in the right direction. Don't like the yeah. These are good. All right. So this is the power of AI and Gen AI, where you can create something like this very beautifully. Tell me in the chat, what do you think we are missing? What do you think we are missing in our entire journey here? For sound music, yes, absolutely. 100%. So now you understood that when we chose one model, you could create something which has a similar vibe to it, right? That is the entire thing which I was trying to tell you guys. All right, cool. So we have the logo. Of course, it can be better. For the logo, let's try some other model. Probably it will give us something better. C-Dream generally does a crazy job. Let's see if it does a good job. And we'll also try the ideogram model, which I didn't show you. That does a good job. And we'll try the Flux one, which might also do a better job. So here I changed the models. Let's see what we get. This is good, right? Ideogram has done a good job. Check this out. This is decent. Yeah. Cool. So good. So Royal Enfield has presented Legacy Riders, and these are our father and daughter duo. and these are our shots. I think this will be crazy. Now, I think what we should do is I'll give you a quick heads up in terms of what's coming up before we take this break. We have the visuals in our hand. That you have to go to the assets section of it. We have the visuals in our hand. All right. This is how entire ad would look like. This is how our ad would look like. This is the feel. This is the storyboard that we have, right, which is a very decent storyboard. We have the screenplay. The screenplay and the dialogue is something which we will generate in 11 Labs, and then we will move into showing you some parts of how VO3 works. You guys want to try VO3 as well, about how this ad might look in VO3? Tell me in the chat. You guys want to try that? Because once you go on a break, we'll try the VO3 as well, if at all you guys want to. Tell me in the chat. Awesome. Good. So let's just go on a break. Till then, I'll prepare the images that we are going to create into a video. Then we'll try a few marketing assets of it, like we'll try HeyGen. Then we'll also try a new tool altogether, which has some crazy assistants, which will be really helpful for you if you are from the marketing field, or even if you want to create content in general for your slides, presentations, or whatever it is. Let's just take a break and quickly freshen up and come back for the next exciting section. Awesome.
All right, Shantanu, I'll just take over and put a quick 5-minute timer. Folks, once we come back, we are going to get into video generation. So, like we have been doing, do not drop off the call, but come back as the number hits 0 here. Let me share my screen. All right. Perfect. Go ahead, stretch yourselves out. You came back after lunch. We have had 1 hour of the session so far. Stretch yourselves out and come back as this timer hits 0 now.
तो मैं उनको बता के आया तो ये मैंने जो तुमने मेरा नंबर लिया
Take a breath, it's time to rise. Fuel the spark behind your eyes. Pixels dance and code lines. We're shaping futures, one design. The walls of what we know. Imagination flow, 2,000 lines on fire today. AI dreams are here to stay. Sketch the world in vivid hue, rings of magic breaking through. Algorithms in the air, we're the ones who dare to care. 4 feet recharge the brain, innovations in our veins. The moments left before decline, together we redefine. Break the walls of what we know, let imagination flow. 2,000 lines on fire today. AI dreams are here to stay. Generation. 5 minutes to catch your breath before we conquer what's ahead. Image makers, video kings, AI choir loudly singing. Five minutes to catch your breath before we conquer what's ahead. Image makers, video kings, AI's choir loudly sing.
करेक्ट करेक्ट। जैसे कि मैं पहले जब वेबसाइट बनाता था तो मुझे 3 से 6 दिन लगता था एक वेबसाइट, नॉर्मल वेबसाइट बनाने में। अभी लास्ट वीकेंड ही मैंने एक वेबसाइट बनाई। मैंने या एक्चुअली करेक्ट करेक्ट। स्मॉल एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि मैं पहले वेबसाइट जब बनाता था तो मुझे 6 से 7 दिन लगते थे एक इंफॉर्मेटिव वेबसाइट बनाने में। 6 से 7 दिन लगते थे। लास्ट वीकेंड मैंने 3.5 घंटे में फ्रंट एंड, बैक एंड, डेटाबेस, कनेक्शन, एस्टेब्लिशमेंट, डोमेन, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, एसएसएल, ऑल थिंग्स 3.5 घंटे में हो गया। जस्ट उसमें प्रॉम्प्ट मैंने दिया कि मुझे इंस्टाग्राम ऐड करना है, उसका लिंक दिया, इट इज ऑटोमेटिकली लिंक्ड इट। तो आई थॉट कि इट इज गोइंग टू लाइक it is understanding my feeling, what I wanted to do with this input, where you need to fit it. But the same thing is, if the thought process is your more clear, then your agent will work very faster. Uh, yes, yes.
That if you are back, perfect,
इसमें सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रही है उसको कि
amazing. Now, before Shantanu takes over, just a quick thing. There are a few people who are spamming on the chat by sharing external links. In case anybody does that, we will have to put you out of the session directly so that the discipline of the session is not broken. But Shantanu, we can continue now.
Awesome. Awesome. Hope you guys had a very quick break. I will now move into the next phase, which is a very exciting phase, just to again put structure to our conversations. Going to present the screen and PPT that we have been working on. So we created our entire master prompt. We used Crea here. All right. So we can basically again use Midjourney also. We use Crea because I didn't want to overwhelm you at this stage to understand how the image generation works, but I'm going to quickly show you how Midjourney also functions. Now, Midjourney is another website which has its own image generator. All right. And Midjourney does not work like Crea, where it has those multiple models. Like I showed you, they have their own model. All right. So let's just take one of the prompt here. Let's say, for example, this one. All right. Yeah. Let's just use one of the prompt here. Copy it. Copy the prompt. So this is the interface of, which is a very popular website. This does a crazy job as well. All right. Let's just quickly understand how it functions. All right, so we go into the prompt box here, copy paste this prompt. You can also add the image to basically get your consistency here. Not going to get into the details of that. We need a landscape version and we are going super wide. All right. Don't need to get into this, just go with whatever we have at this stage. And we go with the fast model and you just hit generate. All right. As you hit generate, Midjourney will create the image in similar way, but it has its own style. Let's see what style it gives us. The only reason why we are going from images to video is because we need our particular sense of style. You can also go from text to video, which is what we are going to see in the Google Veo 3, which is what I'm going to teach you. But this is what Midjourney visuals look like. What do you guys think? Let it complete. They're good, right? Very good. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat. Are we on the same page or only I'm tripping on these visuals? What the hell is happening, guys? Yeah, it's good. So let's just try a few more images here. So we can then probably move to the video part of it, which is also another task in itself. All right, so we have some visuals. Some of you are saying artificial. I kind of agree. All right, I kind of agree with what you're saying, but depends on how detailed you will do your prompt. Midjourney will throw out the visuals. All right, let's see how we get this one. This is the wide cinematic shot of James Dean look-alike father, age 30, riding vintage 1950s Royal Enfield. This has our product also and it has our protagonist also. Let's see what we get here. In the right direction. I like how it has those pacing lines coming in. The lines are pacing as it shows that they are in speed. I like how it's looking, all right, but still has an artificial tone to it. But this one is decent, but she looks fairly young, all right. So I think fairly teenage, not exactly very young. So let's just, for example, use one of this image. None of this image because I like how she's looking at away from the camera. All you have to do to convert this into video is just click on animate button. All right. When you click on animate, it will give you multiple animation options. You can change this prompt, but or you can have the AI give it a prompt which it needs, that image needs. So let it cook at this stage. While this is happening, I will show you something how you create videos in Crayon itself. Now we are still to select what images we like for this particular ad. So between 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do you guys think? Which one do you guys like? 1, 2, 3, 4. Third is good. The Enfield is not written proper, but that can be managed. It's not a big deal. I like this one and this one. All right. So let's just say, for example, we want to have more variations of this one. So you just have to click on vary. All right. You click on vary, and multiple variations will get formed in the similar manner. More you click on vary, the issues will be solved. All right. So let's see. I like that all of us are coming on the same page with 3 and 2. I think we are reviving in terms of creativity. So good. So this is what it has got us. It gives you multiple variations, all right? So that's a simple thing to do. All right, I'll now show you how to create this into a video. Now you have multiple of these options. I get it, guys. We'll move ahead. You have multiple of these options where you basically can, let me just select. All you have to do here is just click on the heart and it will select things for you. All right. Now I'm moving to the next part. Which one among these 1, 2, 3, 4 you like? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one of these you like? This one is right. This one is some. Yeah, one is fine. One is good. All right. Let's move to the speedometer. I like this one. Which one do you guys like? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth is nice, right? Yeah. Let's select the fourth one. Very close up. All the mistakes are hidden as well. Between 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do you guys? I'm not really happy with how the key looks like. All right, and there are ways to change that thing. For example, so we'll come back to this one. Between 1, 2, 3, 4, which one do you guys like? I like this one. This one makes the motorcycle look smaller. This is also fine, but then this becomes the old school model, anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why this? Do not understand why. Still selected it. There's no story behind this particular thing. All right, none of this, honestly, because it feels very artificial to me. What about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I like this one and this one. What do you guys like? Let's select this one. Cool. So we have the basic storyboard ready. You just have to again go back to the assets, which is right here. Now with Crea, I have to show you this is the image that we practiced and we selected the image. There is a video option as well. Now video option can directly work when you just go to that particular liked options. Like for example, we selected this one, all right, and we selected this one. Now let's just select this as our first shot. We click on the image, and you just have to turn this into a video. As simple as that. Now, when we turn this into a video, you have similar to how I showed you the image generators. You have the video generators. These are all the models which are available on that particular website also, but Crea as a wrapper brings them all together. It's good enough for you to at least start and get to creation journey. So let's just say, for example, for this, I know that when it comes to hand animation or human animation, Kling does a crazy job. Kling 2.1 does a good job. It also has VO3 option. But let's try the Kling option. And I visualize a cinematic, I visualize a shot like that. Cinematic left to right shot. All right, that's enough. You can either have simple prompting like this and let AI do its job because it generally enhances the prompts, or there is another way to do it. How I would recommend you guys to do it, just go back to your blueprint phase, which is cloud. I have already downloaded the images while we were on the break. Just take these images, put them here. So cloud also gets a context that these are the images generated, and ask it to give you prompts. Give me cinematic prompts to go from image to video using taking the images as the references that are attached. All right. So giving that detail, let it upload, and we can probably ask Cloud to come up with prompts for us. All right. So till it gets downloaded, we'll just move ahead and see if Kriya has started working on the video. So it has started working on the video. All right. It takes its own little time while all of this is happening. All right. While all of this is happening, I would like to show you a very cool tool, which is also like Kriya, but is a bit more advanced. All right. Now, Kriya has image generators. I showed you the video part of it. You can enhance your images. You can also create real-time imagery. Like, for example, I was trying something like that. Check this out. Just showing you all the details of Kriya. Like, you just move details here and things change. Right? Look on the right side. Based on this, you can change the details, you can change everything. So these are some cool tools. You can also basically edit the details. Like for example, there is a new model called as Flux Context. Flux Context does changes in the images as per what you want. Now we had a problem with the key, how the key looks like, right? Like you all you have to do is just upload the image. Let's see what image we have. Let's just select quickly, right? Yeah. So this is the key visual, all right? We do not like the key, all right? So this takes a lot of experimentation also, but most of the time it gets it right. You select, when I go to the edit option, you go to Flux Context, any of these Flux ones, they'll give you the details. It's a model designed for image editing. So you can select this, or you have fast editing with character consistency and local edits. You can change the camera angles also, by the way. And you have improved typography in generation. So we require this particular editing to happen. What do we need? Change the metal key in the hand of the guy to a single byte key, which is of brass, and there is Royal Enfield written on it. Let's see if it will get the image right. All right. There are multiple presets as well. Now you click on this option here. You can click on this option and you have multiple presets where you can change the lighting, or you create that into a motion poster, into a movie poster, or you can just add a product to the details. So when I click on the product, you can add your own product here. All right. So that's the beauty part of it. Let's just, for example, change the lighting here, and you mentioned what lighting will come in. So it's that simple. Let's see if it will get these details correct. Right, and then let's see. Okay, so while that edit is happening, let's see if the video is edited. Check this out. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat what you guys think. This is a cool shot, right? So based on a very simple prompt, what did I say? I gave a very simple prompt, cinematic left to right shot, and it got it right. Because that's the beauty of this particular model. All right. It's a beauty of Kling. Now you select any of the other models, they have their own beauties. I'm not going to bore you because this is a small session. I'm showing you what are the possibilities. In the detailed session, I speak about which model to use perfectly. All right. So this is how you can convert your images to video. As simple as that. All right. Let's just go to the edit and see if the edits have happened. Yeah, the edits are happening as we speak. All right, cool. They're taking it their own sweet little time. No problem. I will put some more visuals to be created. Oh, okay. So the edit is also ready. Check this out. We have Royal Enfield, not that neatly written here, but it changed the entire image, which is a cool thing, right? You have to keep on experimenting, but more or less it got it correct. You have to keep on iterating, but that's possible. But it still feels like it's part of the hand, it's part of a part on his hand. Doesn't feel artificial. Cool. So with this, I think you're very clear with what Kriya is. I'm going to put some more videos to be made here before I move into the next tool, which is what I spoke about. It's called FreePic. Let's just put some visuals, put details and visuals. Just a second. Let's take the prompt from Cloud. Now this is the first image. This is the image. Let's see what Cloud has given us. It has given us a prompt. Screen close up. All right, not Kriya prompt. I do not need a Kriya prompt. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay, so it has basically made the prompts like this. Okay. Give me prose prompt for each visual. Right. I'm asking for prose prompts because I do not need those. Do not need details. This makes things very confusing, honestly. All right. So we have the pro prompt. Okay. So we have extreme close-up of masculine hands. That's fine. All right. All right. I think complete voiceover. Okay, got it. What it is doing is giving us all the prompts for each. Right. Hands of the vintage we have already created. James Dean's got father on vintage wide cinematic. Okay. All right. So such ways you can basically use. We have the father and young daughter prompt. We have wide shot and details like this. Let's go to Kriya. Select the shot. It is talking about the father and the daughter shot. Turn it into a video. This time, let's use some other model so you guys can understand. Let's use the C Dance Pro Chinese model, does a fabulous job. And just hit generate. Cool. I hope this is very clear. Drop a clear on the chat to tell me if this is very clear before I move to the next step. Awesome. Very good. All right. We've used Kriya. We have taken all the prompts from Cloud, which is what will help you. And we have put this particular shot to be made. I'm going to put few more shots to be made, but let's try the VO3 model before the FreePic model. All right. All right. So we are now in Google Labs FX tool Flow. This is a paid version. You have been seeing a lot of VO3 videos. People have been just adding funny, stupid videos, but some good videos using VO3. We are going to use the new project. You can either go from a text to video. Like for example, let's come to our Cloud. What I suggest is going to Gemini, honestly, and basically giving it some more context about what our ad is about. It will give you a nice prose prompt, but in the interest of time, I'm going to take a text to video prompt from Cloud itself. Hey Cloud, I'll be using the new VO3 model of Google to create one 8-second visual for this particular ad. Give me a detailed prompt which gives some music also and sound effects and the dialogue of our protagonist Maya. So let's see if it will give us. Now Maya is from the screenplay. She has a dialogue. So let's see if the prompts. Now people say that you can use JSON prompts here, which works really well for VO3, but it's not necessary honestly. If your prompts in text are really proper, things will go really well. So don't worry about that. VO3 has now come up with details where you can just doodle out that I want this character to go on the left, this character to go on the right, and it will get it. So don't get into too much of technicalities here. All right, so let's just now this is a bit too much. These okay. This is the prompt I think we can use. It's starting to give a lot of unnecessary details, so you have to cut through the BS here. Let's just go from text to video here. I copy pasted the prompt and let's use the VO3 quality version and hit generate. Now I'll show you how to create frames. It's that simple. You just have to come here. You can also do the same thing on Gemini. You go to Gemini and you can create a video here, similar to the Chat GPT interface videos with Veo. I'm using the flow because we can build a complete scene out of it, which is a crazy thing to do. All right, let's go to frames to video. Now we have the frames ready. Let's upload the frame. Let's select, for example, this one. All right, we select this one, choose, let's just put her on the third. Yeah. That's the cinematic language. You could keep things on the third, where the entire screen is divided into 9 parts. You keep the character on the third. You crop and save. All right, the frame would be saved. Let it get uploaded. All right, the frame's uploaded. Now you can also add the second frame here. All right, so that the scene is created. And there are presets of camera angles. Check this out. On the right side here, on the bottom right, you see presets. Now what I need is like a dolly in, dolly out, or multiple other angles, or you can type in exactly what you need. For your sake, I'm going to show you exactly something like this. Check this out. You will get an idea as to what is going to happen. Now this is going to be a moving shot. I need it to be a moving shot, and it needs to truck ride because she's riding the bike. The girl is riding the bike and the camera is tracking her while it moves from left to right and zooms in on her face. All right, we go from frames to video and give it a shot. Check this out. This is the prompt. This is the text to video option. Check this out, what it is given us. Are you guys ready to look at it?
Dad always said this bike could take us anywhere. He just didn't know how far anywhere could be. Dad always said this bike could take us anywhere. He just didn't know how far anywhere could be.
If you add the character consistent prompts like we got in the initial part, you can get the girl to look exactly like what you need. This is the beauty of VO3. Similar to that, you can create the entire video here. Like for example, I can just add to the scene. When it's add to the scene, I move into the scene builder. Right? And let's say, for example, I want to use this model only. All right. So we come here. All right. And we add this to the asset here. You should learn VO3 because it gives phenomenal quality and it's a one-stop shop for everything. So that's why just focus on the steps. They're not that complicated. And later in the question answers, feel free to ask me that again. I'll show it to you. All right. So let's say, for example, it has taken this. Okay. We need this. Just a second. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Let's add this frame. And let's save the frame in the asset. But it takes its own sweet little time. So I'm just going to show you some aspects of it. All right, I think it has taken it. Anyway, so consistency of character happens in such a way where you basically need to extend this and you can mention that camera moves to the right. Camera moves to the right, all right, and generate. Now this gets too much into the filmmaking aspect of it, so I'm not going to tell you, but there are these options here. There is another option where you can go into the ingredients to video part of it, where you can add different options. Like let's say, for example, one character like this, then you want something like this, and you want something like, for example, this. Now you can basically add two characters and a scene, for example, and create a complete image out of it. So that's the beauty of it, beauty of your doll. All right, let's see if it has created that video that we had asked it to create. Some 79%. Till then, let's move to Kriya and see if the video is created. Let's see the video which Kriya has created. What do you guys think? Of course, the sun is going through that guy, but in the edit, we can use some parts of it. What do you guys think? It's decent, right? So this is the, yeah. All right, cool. So with this, we have officially understood how to use Kriya and how to use the videos aspect of it. I'm going to now show you a cool tool called as FreePic. You have to go to freepic.com. All right. Now it's the same way how you saw Kriya. You can generate an image, probably, generate a video. Same way, select different models. But I like to use FreePic for something which is called as the assistant, and there are multiple workflows. Let's say, for example, I have this image. We have, say, for example, this image. Just a second. Yeah. Let's say, for example, we have this image, all right? And I want to have multiple angles with the same characters. So I just upload the image and go to workflows, and there is generate different angles of a person. And we upload the image. Now, say, for example, use the image. Just a second. This is something which you'll enjoy. Just a second. Yeah. All right. We use this image and we just have to run workflow. What it will do, it will give us these characters in multiple angles, which is pretty great. So the workflows option is something which I like to use from FreePic. I use it. It depends on my mood completely. Sometimes I use Kriya, sometimes I use FreePic. So check this out. Here, not all the images can be utilized. Probably check this out, but you get the drift. We have different angles here. We have this angle, we have also the angle. Some things are kind of random, but these are all the options here for all the marketers out there. There are multiple options. Now the AI things can always fall out, so you have to keep on regenerating. But I'll quickly show you the other workflows here. Like for example, you are into advertising and you need to create or add a product. You can add a product here. You are into social media, you can do multiple things. You are into fashion, advertising, branding, you can do so many things. So I urge you guys to check out this tool, it's phenomenal. All right, cool. So that's about FreePic. I'm going to put some videos to generate in Google Veo 3. Let's see how this image has generated itself. It has taken this prompt. Added the music as well. What do you guys think? Doesn't it do a great job? So I can create the entire scene using this character's face and keep on building the entire scene and make a complete video out of it. Yeah, so that's pretty decent. So I think we should put all our frames to video, some of our frames to create into video on VO3 because I'm loving the output honestly. Let's just add legacy riders, create probably an end page because we need an end page. All right, let's use the VO3, create a logo animation as the camera cinematically. zooms in. All right, you can use this, or like I said before, you can any of these options here. Let's put it to generate. Let's add few more. I'm going to put this on generate, and then I'm going to show you a few more tools, two more tools honestly, which will cover the marketing aspects of it as well. So people who are not into filmmaking, you can use those tools really well. I'm going to teach you HeyGen, and there's a new tool which I'm kind of excited honestly, Fort.ai, which works really well for your products honestly. Well, all right, let's go with the speedometer one. This will also be a nice visual. What I need, let's choose from the preset, probably tilt up and just type cinematic. Right, let's hit generate, switch to fast and hit generate. Cool, so while this is happening, this is the extension part of it. So let's see if it has extended it. I'm also curious if it has got it right. Yeah, extended it. Done a crazy job. I think we can use this as a final shot. All right, cool. Let's add few more so that we can edit it by the end of the session. Yeah, I think we are going to use this particular shot. Crop and save, and let it upload. Now, VO3 takes its own time. I've always observed because it gives you a lot of quality, honestly. So let's okay. As camera slowly zooms in. All right, and let's hit generate. I'm going to put all these videos to be made and then quickly show you the other tools so that we don't have to keep on waiting for the videos to cook. But I'm also curious, so let's see if this has done a good job. Let's see. So it has panned up. Not sure. We should have prompted exactly what we wanted to see, but that's fine. At least we have something in our hands. Let's just put something to be made in Kriya as well. All right, let's go to the video option. I have downloaded some images which we can use. We need a very important shot. Yeah, this shot is what we need. Right, and let's select the Kling 2.1 model because it does a good job with animation. Slow, poly in, really works. And clips. All right, and let's hit generate. Good. We have this ready. We have this. We need that key shot where he's transferring the legacy is what we need, right? Like that's how the narrative will get completed. And we have changed that into the edit option. So let's just take this. Of course, it can be better, but let's just take it for now so that we at least have an edit ready. Let's select the best from the worst. Yeah, okay. I think we'll go with what we had. Let's just take this. All right. And let's put that also to be generated. We'll just start frame. Cool. I think then we'll have good enough details. I'm just going to show you the Halo 2.0 model. Halo 2.0 is also done a crazy job. It is actually giving VO3 a run for its money because it does crazy animations. Camera zooms in and shows a macro shot. Macro shot is very close up a shot, and let's hit generate. All right, so more or less we have the videos in place. We have put some videos to be made in Crea, some videos to be made in VO3. With that, we will move into, I'll just quickly show you certain tools, how you can generate a voiceover. Now, for that, I'm going to be using 11 Labs. 11 Labs is fairly a decent tool. We have the audio, I already had the audio script ready. This is based on our screenplay. Now you're understanding that I'm coming back to the blueprint phase, which is cloud again and again, because that is the phase where you need to. That is the main blueprint that you need to follow all the time to maintain that consistency. All right, so we have the narrator saying something like this: "Some legends begin with thunder." All right, but true legacy travels on love. All right, so for that we are going to use 11 Labs. Now this is a beautiful tool where you can generate amazing human-like voiceovers. I'm going to use the text-to-speech option, but it gives you many options, many credits to create stuff on your own. You can also change your voice. You can add sound effects. You can do a lot of things. I'm not going to confuse you with all the details here, but all you need to focus on is the text to speech aspect of it. What you need to do is go and copy paste your script. Let's, for example, copy it here. Some legends begin with thunder, and the other one is, but true legacy runs on love. Now, I'm going to need your help in terms of choosing the voiceover. So, let's just, for example, select the V2 model, but there is a V3 model also, which actually does a fabulous job uh, where you can have a conversation piece going on. It does crazy job, and you can add emotions to this. Like for example, I've selected. Do you want to go for a male or a female, male or a female voice for this particular thing? Tell me in the chat. Male. All right.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
We have
Fear is the little death that brings
we have the dialogue properly, like dialogue of the lady there in our place. So probably can use that female voice there. But here we can have the voiceover as male. All right. So let's just enhance it with alpha. When you click on enhance with alpha, you have thunder rumbling, some legends, and then he says chuckles, but true legacy. So you can change this as well on however you need it. Then let's change the voiceover and go for someone like
I must not fear.
Work while you have the light.
absolutely not. Let's just go for James as of now. All right. So I think we'll have to upgrade, but this is not for free. So let's go for the basic one, no stress. Let's go for the V2 model and select a different one. Let's say, for example, Brian.
The thing always happens that you really believe in.
Probably, yeah, let's go for Brian, for example. This is just for the sake of us getting a voiceover.
Some legends begin with thunder, but true legacy travels on love.
All right, so this is where I feel we can reduce the speed, just increase the stability where there will be no variations and reduce the similarity. A bit exaggeration is fine. Let's see what we get.
Some legends begin with thunder, but true legacy travels on love.
I think it is, we need to exaggerate a bit more.
Some legends begin with thunder, but true legacy travels on love.
I think it's too loud for us. So let's go a bit different.
Some legends begin with thunder, but true legacy travels on love.
Yeah, this is decent. Let's try it one more time.
Some legends begin with thunder, but true legacy travels on love.
All right, so let's just take this as of now. Of course, with a lot of experimentation, we can do a crazy job. My idea is to show you the tool. So this is the tool. This is 11 Labs, very simple. We have the voiceover in our hands. Our videos must have cooked. So let's just watch them later. I think that will be a surprise. Cool. With that, we have now a movie with the production phase complete. All right, when we have cleared the production phase, we have used VO3, Midjourneys of the world. We have also used Crea, and we have now moved into let's not go to the post-production as of now because I want to show you a few more tools which will be a bit more exciting for you all. All right, so let's just start by showing you something called as Fort.ai. Now, just go on Fort.ai. It's a fairly decent tool. Now, you must have seen ChatGPT, right? You must have seen ChatGPT, which you can add the product, you can add the character, and then you can merge. But what happens with ChatGPT, it does not keep the integrity of the product clear. Like the product, if you upload, sometimes it changes the product and everything. So this Fort.ai, for all the marketers out there, you need to understand, use this Fort.ai and upload your particular product. Let's just say, for example, you have a product and you upload the product, or you add the Amazon, Flipkart, or all the link, and it will study your product, and you can basically create those images with your product, and they're editable. So this particular tool really works well for. I was just experimenting with it in the morning, and I thought I'll tell you guys because it really works really well. And this is the same way you can create a complete banner. It generate with whatever your product is. Add your product and just create a banner. For example, probably I have one option here. For example, there's one brand I was looking for. Let's just add this product standing on the floor of the Arctic ice with polar bears around it. All right, so and you just hit generate, and the design will be ready. I think it will be crazy. So let it generate. It will take some more seconds. Similar to that, you can basically create custom ads, and basically works really well, better than ChatGPT, honestly. So you can try this. So check this out. I just uploaded the product that I had, and it added its own thing. Hydration, that's Sandstorm, studied the entire product and created the entire image based on the prompt that I gave. You can also edit it with AI, probably remove the polar bears, all right, and change, and it will do the same. So what do you guys think? Isn't it like a decent tool? Tell me in the chat. Don't be so passive, guys. Yeah, decent one. I think it does a crazy job. All right, cool. So I'm not going to waste your time on this particular tool. I'm going to quickly show you something called as HeyGen. Now, this is a detour we took from our legacy riders because these are very handpicked tools which I feel you guys should know, absolutely know. And you have to basically learn this because it will definitely save your cost and also make you like a power Superman to create content, honestly. So this is HeyGen. Now, if you see Outskills founder, Growth Schools founder, Vaibhav Sisanti, his videos are all created on HeyGen. He's not actually present. He's created his own avatar. So you can create your own avatar here. But all you can have to do is upload your 2-minute visual, your voice, and then you can just hit generate and create an avatar. And the avatar will speak according to your script. I'm going to quickly show you how you can use your avatar to basically make some avatar videos. Like, for example, you upload your own photo here. For people who are asking, upload your own photo, type in your script, and select your voice and generate the entire video. Let's just take this for example, this lady, all right? And let's just give her a script. I am a motorcycle designer and I have never seen any motorcycle like the Royal Enfield. All right. So I've just given her a script. Let's choose one of the options of the voice.
I am a motorcycle designer, and I have never seen any motorcycle like the Royal Enfield.
All right. This is good, but you can select multiple other options as well. And You just have to give custom motion. Camera slowly zooms into her face while she speaks with intensity. I have kept the enhance prompt open so that the AI will enhance this prompt and I can basically have her more expressive or less expressive by the toggle here. And let's hit generate. It's that simple. It's that freaking simple, guys. All right, so while this is happening, let's see if the Fort AI has created one. Anyway, so it's taking its time. So this is in line to process. So I hope you guys have understood this. We'll take into the questions. So I'll just quickly show you the interface of what we can do. You can create a photo to video avatar. You can basically use one of our photos as well, like the Royal Enfield photos, and create this. You can also create a quick avatar video, which use from the presets or make your own. All right. You can get the API key, so you can put this in your website as well. And you can translate a video, you can create your own avatar, which is what I mentioned. You can place the product, like for example, upload a particular photo of your product, all right? Upload any of your the photo you want the person to be holding and create a complete avatar from scratch. All right, so that's how amazing this tool is. You can have an interactive avatar. This is the avatar for people who basically want to have an interactive AI speaking to you. Like, for example, somebody taking your interview. I'm going to chat with it right now. So you get an idea. All right, she's getting made.
Hi there, I'm June from the HR team at HeyGen. We empower creativity through visual storytelling. I'm excited to learn about your technical journey and what drives your passion for joining our innovative engineering team.
Awesome. All right, so let's speak to her. Hi, how's it going? I'm on a session right now and there are more than 15,000 people. How do I manage them? All right, it's taking its time. Let me just switch to the chat mode. I'm on the session right now, and I have to speak to 15,000 people. I'm really nervous. What should I do? All right, let's see what she'll tell us.
Hi there, it's completely normal.
Okay, it's taking its time. Let it generate.
Managing a large audience of over 15,000 people can be challenging, but here are some tips. 1. Prepare thoroughly. Know your material inside out so you feel confident. 2. Use clear visuals and key points. Keep your slides or visuals simple and impactful. 3. Practice.
All right, so this is how you can use the version. So HeyGen is pretty cool tool. I'm sure Outskill must have given you the details. You can basically also create highlights of your longer video, which is also a great thing. So you don't need your editing skill here. And yeah, let's see if our video is generated.
I am a motorcycle designer, and I have never seen any motorcycle like the Royal Enfield.
Look at the quality of the video, guys. Check this out. I'm going to full screen.
I am a motorcycle designer, and I have never seen any motorcycle like the Royal Enfield.
Isn't it cool? What do you guys think? Crazy, right? Crazy. Awesome. Cool. So these are the most important tools, most curated tools. Right now, there is one thing missing for our ad to be created. Tell me in the chat what do you think is missing. Edit is missing, music is missing. So Funny mentioned initially, you guys have heard of Suno, but now I'm visualizing the ad to have a very inspiring aspect to it. I'm just going to quickly put on things in the edit, of course, but I have a feeling the ad could have been better if we had more time, but we have less time together, so I'm just going to quickly put things together. All right, so this is suno.com. You guys must be knowing about this. You just have to go to Suno. It gives you free 50 credits. So I think you can make 10 songs. Yeah, you can make 10 songs. I'm going to quickly show you. You have to just create. Now, what is the feeling of our entire video? Probably have inspiring bike ad which has nostalgia, should have humping beats. All right, should have humping beats, deep vocals. All right, it is called. What is the name of our movie? Tell me in the chat. Legacy, what? Legacy Riders. Yeah, Legacy Riders. Called Legacy Riders. All right. So if you click on instrumental, of course, you can go instrumental, or you can basically use the custom option here and add your own lyrics. All right. And let's hit create and see what music we get. Very excited. Legacy Riders is the name of our track. Any which ways, let's hear what track we have. Let's also watch it with the videos so that we get an idea if this is the right track to go about.
Chasing shadows, fading light, dust in the air, stories untold. The road remembers, breaking bold. Every whisper, every turn of song, the echoes of the past, where we belong. Legacy riders, when we fall, legends of new weeks, hear the road. Legacy riders, we make for more.
Perfectly decent. You have to understand that when you understand the core of the idea, you can write prompts very quickly. I was very clear it needs to be a bike and inspiring, nostalgia has to be there. I wanted thumping beats, deep vocals, and it's called Legacy Riders. Made ourselves a song which would have taken 2 weeks if I would have sat with my music producer. All right, that's
Wheels turning in the golden light, chasing shadows, fading in the night, dust in the air, stories untold. The road remembers, brave and bold. Every mile a whisper, every turn a song, the echoes of the past where we belong. You're the wind we saw, legends of true it's forevermore. Feel the thunder, hear the roar. Legacy riders, we're made for more. Well, that on feel every ride is freedom we feel. God's on the another, love hearts, the memories of brave and bold. The brave and bold. Look at the love feel every right freedom we feel. Never race carved on the open lane. The bonds unbroken, the sun and rain. Spirit of the journey we never face. We ride together through time and space. Let me ride through the wind.
I like the first one. Let's go with the first one. It had a feel. It had nostalgia to it. So let's download it. Now you have to understand that this downloading is fine. But if you want to use it commercially, you need to upgrade to a Sono. Maybe you have to be very careful in terms of not using it for commercial purposes. Otherwise, your channel will get barred, or you can't use it for your ads or something. Okay, so now we have officially moved to the post production. I'm going to quickly put things in place so that we can all watch the video together that we created. This is an exciting phase, of course. Video can be better, but I think this will be good. more shots would have worked, but I hope you guys are enjoying the process. And it's not just me here who's enjoying it.
I absolutely loved it, Shant.
Awesome. Cool. Funny, do we have time? Should I edit or?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and show the final output.
Awesome. So I'll quickly tell people exactly what I'm doing here. What I'll do is put things in place and just try to make it into a story. We have the dialogue, we have the voiceover, and we have all the details. Uh, I'm using Final Cut Pro, but for you guys who want to try editing, try CapCut, who are out of India. People who want to get into a bit more depth of it, try the free software, which is DaVinci Resolve. That will be really good for you. All right, so just try to make sense of the videos that we have created. I like to start off with music first. Let's cut the music so that we have a good start.
Wheels turn golden light.
Wheels in the golden light. So let's start off with a shot of some guy just trying to start his bike because it is about his bike. All right, and then we have wheels turning into golden light was the lyrics. Right? And so I think probably some nostalgia shot like this, where he is with his daughter. All right, I think this will be good. And then we show him giving and the daughter remembering that it's the keys. Probably, I'm just trying to make sense of the videos that we have, guys, so that we can basically make sense of things. Then she gets her father's bike. She decides to remodel it. All right, and we let's see. Let's remodel the bike, which is this, and then we realize that she's going to take it out of space. Yeah, I think that would work for now. All right, and we have the logo come. Let's quickly watch this lineup. This is not edited, but let's make sense of this. All right, hold up. The music's not coming in.
Just didn't know how far anywhere could be.
All right, let's try to kind of hear the music. Let's just add the music again. Okay.
Wheels turn golden light. Chasing shadows late at night. Dust in the air, stories untold. The road remembers the brave and bold. Everyone whispers, every turn a song. The echoes of the past, where we belong. Legacy riders, the way we soar. Legends of who we explored. Hear the roar.
More shots for that. I think this.
The thunder, hear the roar. Legacy riders were made for more.
Dad always said the fight would take us anywhere. He just didn't know how far anywhere could be.
The smell of leather, the hums.
Yeah, this is good. All right, so within 1 minute, we'll try to do this, taking out few things.
Wheels turn golden light.
bit patient here. I'm just trying to make sense and make it into a decent. Just observe. So here if you add the voice, that's what we created. But we have a good song going on, so I don't want to disturb the entire thing. I think we can. Yeah.
Stories untold. The broken embers, the breaking ball. Everyone whispers every turn. The past, we belong. That's where we belong. Let me ride up.
Will be good. All right.
Everyone whispers every turn.
There's something in my mind. Yeah. Reduce the opacity, makes it feel like somebody's thinking.
Everyone whispers every turn song. The echoes of the past. We belong. Let me ride up.
Yeah, this will be good. Awesome. Yep. Yeah.
Wheels turning gold light, chasing shadows in the night. In the air, stories untold. The broken embers, the breaking ball.
Cool. I think funny we are done taking an export so we can all watch it together.
Perfect.
The broken embers, the breaking ball. Everyone whispers every turn a song. The echoes of the past. We belong. We ride up when we soar.
Changing this. Move this shot again. Yeah.
Dad always said this bike could take us anywhere. He just didn't know how far anywhere could be.
Nice. Yeah. That's taking an export and we are done. Of course, things can be fine tuned, but something which I think we all came in together, so it will look decent. Taking an export and let's see. Legacy. Corridors. All right. Are you guys ready to look at the output that we did together?
Wheels turning gold light, chasing shadows in the fading light. Dust in the air, stories untold. The broken embers, the breaking ball. Everyone whispers every turn a song. The echoes of the past, where we belong. We ride up when we soar. It's up to we soar.
Said this bike could take us anywhere. He just didn't know how far anywhere could be.
Nice. I think we created an ad and a movie teaser. I think this is
That was incredible, and that too in just 2 hours we were able to pull all of this out.
with everything. This was my new favorite, actually. Funny. Not I
Wow.
was pretty sure if I could pull this off. But Hopefully I did. I hope the people enjoyed.
This was amazing. Folks, how much would you rate that ad that we all created together today on a scale of 10? How much would you give that on a scale of 10? And of course, if we had spent a little more time on it, a lot of shots could have gotten better. But this is the true beauty, right? We don't have to really go out into the offline spaces and do physical shoots today anymore if you want to go ahead and create ads and movies. But Shantanu, while I got a very interesting question on the chat box which I had never tried and I wanted to ask you. I think this was okay, I missed the name of the person who has asked this, but is it also possible to probably use a low-end camera or something like that, record videos, and then upload those videos to probably a tool like Kriya and ask it to enhance that video further?
It's absolutely possible. You just have to go to Kriya, and you can also make this into an animated video. A lot of options from Kriya. You make it into a posterized video, Lego animation, anything what you want to do. And of course, upscaling is one part of it, 100% possible.
And Shantanu, if you had to give everyone a perspective in terms of how much would this ad, how much would it have costed us right now with all the tools that we have used? Or if we had done it in the traditional way, how much would that have costed us?
Well, in the traditional way, funny, this would have been millions of dollars because look at the VFX we would have had to use, the bikes, the multiple locations, the cast, everything coming together. That would have cost us, if I have to estimate, $1 million minimum. We did this in less than $50.
That's the beauty of it.
That's a huge difference.
And also the fact that it has crunched the time for us to be able to generate what we really want to generate.
100%. Like it really helps that I had an experience of how this entire thing functions to come up with something faster. But even if somebody is not experienced, 1 day, 2 days is nothing. You can experiment, come up with something. I was basically reducing all the other aspects by taking in certain calls. But then if somebody has started, 2-3 days maximum, you have to just keep on improving your taste.
Yeah. Folks, Amit and everybody else who is asking for the prompts and all the tools that Shantanu has used, you will all receive that. Don't worry about the prompts yet. You will receive it because we also want you to go ahead and practice it, right? But Shantanu, one other question that I can see, and a lot of people usually also ask this, is that as beginners who are getting started, should people go ahead and take subscriptions of so many different tools, or what is the advice that you would give to people to be able to go deeper into image and video generation?
Like we drastically crunch down on the tools. I honestly suggest people to start off with the free tool. There was this one tool that I will later. I think I'll share it with you. But you can create images for free. But for people who are getting into this full time, I think taking some subscription of.
Okay, I think.
Hello, can you hear me? Is it just me who's stuck? You guys, can you hear me or is it just hello?
I think I just lost my internet, but I'm back on now.
Okay. Okay, I hope everybody else. So I was saying that you can basically try the free tools as of now to begin with, but getting a subscription to visualize your ideas and whatever you want to create makes absolute sense. The subscriptions are damn cheap, and it also helps you to avoid the copyright strikes because if you don't take a subscription, there's a high chance that you can get a copyright.
And the last question, Shantanu, before we kind of wrap this session up for the day, if someone is looking at content creation as the game that they would want to crack, how safe is it, to put out content that is created by AI? Do you have any thoughts around that?
I mean, how we are doing it on our company is we are training our own LoRa models so that we are actually hiring actors, taking their faces, multiple angles from there so that the copyright problem doesn't come in. There is a chance of the copyright coming in with some of the tools because AI is in a very nascent stage. It's improving, but it's in a nascent stage. And one tool which I also mentioned last time, funny, there's something called as Moon Valley. It's training the entire AI based on only copyright data. So a tool which mentions this is a good way to basically use it studio at a commercial level.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But thank you so much, Shantanu, for taking your time out today and walking us through image and video generation completely. I think what we covered in this particular session, we went ahead and we were able to see a lot of diffusion models that exist today. And I think that was the fact that made me very, very happy. Thank you so much, Shantanu, for doing this. I will also go ahead and drop in Shantanu's LinkedIn profile link on the chat so that all of you, whoever wants to go ahead and connect with him, can go ahead and connect with him over here. That is his LinkedIn profile. You can go ahead, check out his work, and stay connected with him as well. But thank you so much, Shantanu.
Bye. See you, Funny.
All right. Yes, I'll take it forward from here. All right, folks, with that, we complete the second session of the mastermind. What a day it has been so far. We started by learning the fundamentals of generative AI. We understood what this technology is all about. We saw text models and how text models work. And we went ahead and saw a lot of AI tools that we can start incorporating in our own life. Then, post lunch break, we saw how images and videos can be generated. And we didn't just see how images and videos can be generated. We saw how we can generate images and videos for specific content that we want to create. It could be a marketing ad, it could be a movie trailer or a teaser or a branding video that you may want to go ahead and create. You can do all of that without requiring a photographer today, without requiring an editing team today, all of it just by using your laptop. And like Shantanu mentioned, you should not be making the mistake of going ahead and taking subscriptions of all the tools that exist without practicing. So one advice that I would like to give to all of you, and I give this to everybody, is that take it one step at a time. Start with the free trials that are available. Create images and videos using the free trials. But as you progress, as you see that ROI coming back, which is return on investment coming back to you in terms of the time that you're putting in, that is when you go ahead and decide which tools are actually solving problems for you, and you go ahead and take the paid subscriptions of that. But I want to know from all of you, how is the day going on for all of you so far on a scale of 0 to 10? How is the day going on for all of you? Amazing. 10, 10s, 10s. I can see a few people saying 1,000. Wonderful. And those of you who are saying 8 and who are probably giving it a 9 so far, we are going to be taking it one level above now. Because I told you that today is going to be the beginner and intermediate day. And tomorrow is going to be the advanced day, right? What do we mean by advanced? I told you that what are we here to become through this mastermind? What is it that we are trying to become? Can all of you recall from what I told you all in the morning today? Should we be specialists, or should we come out of that specialist roles? Yeah. Siddhant, we will take care of your query, right? Yes, AI generalist. Those of you who are putting that in on the chat, you are absolutely right. We are all trying to move out from the specialist domains that we have been in to broadening our mindset and becoming AI generalists through this mastermind. And everything that you have seen until now are ways in which you can improve your own productivity and solve your own problems that you can see as of today. But we also saw in the morning that it is not directly human beings that are replacing other human beings. It is actually AI agents that are taking over jobs, because it is these AI agents that have the ability to behave like human beings, do things like human beings, and also go ahead, and because they do things like human beings, they also can go ahead and perform the tasks that all of us have been performing until today. Hence, because it is much more cheaper to use AI agents, and because it is much more faster in terms of the outputs that you can get, people are now trying to transition towards agentic processes. And that is what we will try and see tomorrow. But before we go to tomorrow, and before I give you all a download of how the entire day tomorrow is going to look like, which is a Sunday, again, we will be spending 8 hours, but we'll be spending all of those 8 hours on building AI bots, building AI agents, understanding agentic workflows, and building automations. But before we do that, do you all want to see agentic AI tools, and what is the difference between that and the tools that we have already seen, right? We have seen a lot of AI tools, but as generative AI technology is evolving, there are a lot of tools that have today come out into the market that have agentic capabilities as well. Would you all want to see tools that have agentic capability and what these tools could essentially do for all of us as well? Would you all want to see that? Because I believe this is going to be a very strong bridge from what you have learned so far to what we will be learning tomorrow as well. And if I'm able to help all of you, map this bridge out, tomorrow's sessions are going to make a ton of sense to all of you. But before I get into that, right, there's a very quick request that I would like to make to everybody like Pani Raj on the chat, and just pulling out Pani Raj from the meeting itself. Yes, I have removed him. As the session was going by, Shantanu's session especially, I noticed that a lot of you, or many of you here, are not focusing on learning, but you're trying to push your own links out in the chat, and you're spamming the chat, causing distraction to me, causing distraction to the mentors, and I'm sure causing distraction to a lot of learners as well. Whoever has put in a spam message on the chat, you will not get invited to tomorrow's session. We would not want to teach people like you who cannot value what is being taught, right? What I would want all of you to actually do, and this is what AI generalists would actually do, which is you learn and you build things with that. You help people with what you're learning, and you will get the traffic that you may want to get to your profiles. If you're sharing a WhatsApp link on this chat, people are not stupid to go ahead and join that WhatsApp group. If you're sharing your LinkedIn profile, there is no reason as to why people will come to your LinkedIn profile and connect with you. There is absolutely nothing that you will get out of it, and nothing that anybody will get out of it. So keep the chat box very, very clean as we move forward. But now I'm super excited to show all of you how agentic AI tools work and what is it that you can do with agentic AI tools today. Because I keep telling people this, and yesterday I spoke about it on my LinkedIn profile as well, that generative AI is truly democratizing the landscape for everybody. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is all of us today have access to the same tools and the same tech stack. Be it you, be it me, be it Sam Altman sitting all the way in probably San Francisco, be it Vaibhav Sisanti, who's the founder of Outskill, everybody has access to the same tools today. But it is about the knowledge of the tools and what do you do with these tools that is going to create the differentiation going forward. And that is what I want all of you to take away from this mastermind as well. I'm just going to be sharing my screen right now, and let me introduce all of you to this tool that I have been using quite a lot lately, which is called Emergent, right? I'm just sharing my screen at this point of time. Give me 1 second to do that. All right. All right. I hope all of you are able to see my screen right now, and I'll explain what this tool Emergent can essentially do. But before that, I want to ask all of you, how many of you have heard the term vibe coding that is going viral these days? How many of you have heard the term vibe coding? Drop in me on the chat if you have heard of it, and no if you have not heard of it, and I will quickly help you understand what vibe coding is. Perfect. Now, let me show you something, right? Let us say there are many products today, like just give me 1 second. I will share my screen again. Okay. All right. What does vibe coding mean? A lot of you have heard of vibe coding. A lot of you have not heard of vibe coding, right? Now, let us say there are, all of us know that there are many applications that we use on a daily level today. And all of these, and one specific, example that I would like to take here is Healthify Me, which is an application that kind of helps you track the calories that you're consuming on a daily level, right? And you can go ahead and download the application and all of that. All of these applications until today have been created by whom? Can you all put it in on the chat? If I ask you to go ahead and create an application like Healthify Me, who would you go to? Or who is that specialist? Which domain? Humans? Okay, can we go slightly more deeper? Developers. Yes, app developers. Yes. Programmers, developers, designers who would design it, product managers who would write the whole PRD, then give it to a designer. Then the designer would then, go ahead and design the entire UX and UI of it, then pass it on to the engineering team. The engineering team again is divided into front-end developers, back-end developers, developers who can test the whole app once the front-end and back-end is built out, people who check the security of applications, people who work on designing the whole application. All of it was done by human beings until this point of time. But we are entering an era where all of these tasks can be performed by agentic tools like Emergent. That is one of the reasons why I have started using Emergent quite a lot today, because it brings me back to the same point that I mentioned, which is this technology has democratized the access of such tools to everybody, which is today, if you have an idea, you can bring that idea to life completely. Now, over the next 30 minutes, I want to open your mind up to what generative AI can do. And after this, I'm then going to go ahead and give you all an assignment that you can go ahead and practice on. Because the whole day we learned a lot, but I also want all of you to go ahead and build. Drop in the word build on the chat if you're excited to build something after today's session. Build on the chat if you're excited to build something after the session. And I will tell you what is it that you will build and how you will build it as well. And people who are asking me, which tool am I showing you right now? It's called Emergent, but I would not want anybody to go ahead and use this particular tool right now. I would want all of you to have your absolute focus on the screen, because I'm going to explain to you how this tool also works. I'm not just going to show you the demo of the tool, but I'm going to explain that also to you. So for the next 20 minutes to half an hour, I want all of you to focus on what I'm doing. And after that is done, I will share the link with everyone to make it easier for all of you to go ahead and access. Is that a deal? Do I have your 100% focus? Drop in the word focus on the chat as we get started with this. Focus on the chat. All right. Perfect. People who are not able to see the screen, please drop off and join back in. But since we have already taken the example of Healthify as an application, I was thinking, why don't we go ahead and create something like a Healthify itself? And why would I do that? If an application for this particular use case, which is tracking calories, if that already I go ahead and do that, well, for two reasons. Because if you go into Healthify's website itself, right, you will be able to see the when you download the app and when you install it, you will be able to see the pricing section, and it costs about $15 at this point of time. What if you don't want to go ahead and use the same app, but build something very similar to it? That is what you can do today. And with this example, I want all of you to also understand the potential of what you could go ahead and unlock. If you have an idea today, you can go ahead and bring that to life. So what is Emergent? When you go to this particular tool, this is the interface that you will end up seeing right after you log in, right? And just like every other LLM that we have been using, it has a nice little box over here where you can go ahead and input your prompt. And our prompt is not going to be in any developer language. Our prompt is going to be in natural language, because today in the morning we saw that AI models can understand this natural language that we put in. So I have already put in my prompt over here, which is all that I'm saying is in very simple terms. All that I'm saying is, please create a calorie tracker application that will capture images of food using my phone's camera, or allow me to upload the image to go ahead and use. Then I'm saying use OpenAI to capture calorie of the food that I'm uploading and show a tracker of how much I should consume based on my physical attributes. So let me put this prompt in and kind of explain it deeper to all of you, right? So whenever you throw the prompt into Emergent, what it does is it sets it and its environment up. It initializes the cloud environment. It goes through all of the configurations that it needs to do, and then it starts triggering AI agents, right? Now here, if you look at the prompt while the agent is running and while Emergent goes ahead and creates the application for all of us, let's break down this prompt itself, right? What we are basically saying is we need a calorie tracker application. This application should have the ability for us to be able to upload a picture or even take the capture by, and so it should be able to access our phone's camera as well. Then once the application has the picture, it should be using OpenAI's API key to capture the calorie count of the food that it is seeing. Lot of work. And then I'm also saying show a tracker of how much I should consume based on my physical attributes. So when any user is logging into any app like this, the application should first understand what is the what is the height, what is the weight of the person, what are their body goals looking like, and based on that suggest the calorie intake that the person should be taking. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done for this application, for Emergent to be able to go ahead and build this application out. But what it does is, instead of having human beings do it, it has AI agents inside of it. So it, as soon as the prompt went out, it calls different agents for different purposes. So Emergent as a platform has a front-end agent, has a back-end agent, has a design agent, has a security agent, has a testing agent, and testing becomes a very, very painful task for any engineering team. But on Emergent, testing is also done by an agent. So all of the engineering roles or the roles of developers is taken over by different agents inside of Emergent's ecosystem. And what their team has been able to build for end users like all of us who don't know anything about coding is this very nice little UI where we only have to interact with plain English. So as soon as I put my prompt here, right, you see it ran it, the first agent kind of kicked in, and it said it broke down my entire prompt into much more details, exactly like how human beings function. Folks, are you understanding what is happening over here? Drop in yes on the chat if you are understanding what is happening over here. This is the future, folks. People who are having a blurred screen, it is because there are multiple agents that are being run at this point of time, and Zoom also trying to, push the feed for all of you to be able to see. But I'll not move the screen much. What I would want all of you to do is read what is there on the screen. And as you can see, the agent is still running, and a lot more things are happening as we speak. But I want you to pay attention to what it has essentially done, right? It took a prompt, it broke it down it dissected the prompt and listed out all of the things that it should do. That was the first step that it went ahead and followed, right? It said, I need to create a calorie tracking application with the following key features. Image capture and upload is one feature. Users should be able to take, there you go, the output is already there, but users should be able to take photos of food. It should be able to do an AI analysis, and there it says use OpenAI GPT-4o model for it to be able to, let me try and make this bigger. Yeah, it says use OpenAI GPT-4o model to analyze food images and calculate calories. It has done daily tracking as step number 3. Step number 4 is profile management. Step number, yeah, and then it has divided it into phases. So it is planning the initial setup, right? It says create detailed step-by-step execution plan, identify the hardest problems first and solve them first, right? So it understood the whole thing. Okay, it understood the whole thing, and then it says I'm going to identify the hardest part of this particular task first, and then I'm going to solve it. And then it went ahead and detailed out all of the things that it is supposed to be doing. Now, as you build like a builder, because I'm teaching you right now, I'm not going ahead and reading through every line, but as you build it, I want you to read what the tool is also doing, because we are not rookie users of AI. We are AI generalists, and we should be able to help these tools give us better outputs as well. And I'm going to talk more about that as we move forward. But it created a development plan here, comprehensive development plan, where it has detailed out the step-by-step execution plan. Phase 1 is right here. And then it says, I'm going to test the integration thoroughly as well. Then it says phase 2 is where it is going to pick up the camera and upload functionality, and all of that it has gone ahead and given it, right? And then it says, now, because it has the integration playbook for OpenAI image analysis, it is going to start developing the application by implementing the core functionality using the libraries. Now, I don't know what libraries it is talking about because I'm not a techie myself, but you can see what it is essentially doing over here, right? And it has called multiple agents to go ahead and do multiple things at different points of time, as you can see, right? And there, in this, it also failed at one particular step. And what is that step? When it was testing the backend API to make sure it's working and the OpenAI integration is functioning, it failed to do that test. And it went ahead, it checked its own mistake, and it started correcting that. It says there is a pedantic error with the date field. How smart, right? So this is one capability that all of us today have access to. There are other white coding platforms as well, but the difference between Emergent and the others is the fact that Emergent deploys multiple agents to go ahead and solve the problem, which was not possible until today. And I truly believe that this gives everybody the ability to go ahead and build the products that they are imagining all by themselves. Let's give it some time. Let it go ahead and complete it. So you can also see the preview that it has already created here. The first page is setting your profile up, wherein the name, age, gender, height, weight, activity level, all of that it has on its own given out, right? Let's wait for this to be done. And I'm also going to explain how can you go ahead and deploy this what are all of the other options that you essentially see on the screen and everything around it. But at this point of time, you can see that this agent is currently at work. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Now it says, let me test the backend API again. Now, while it is doing this, right, and there you go, it says the backend is now working. Now let me test the most critical part, which is the OpenAI image analysis integration. I don't have to do anything. All the agents are at play currently. It will figure its journey out. It will figure its journey out. But while it does that, do you all want to also see some of the incredible outputs that have come out already from people from our previous learners who have created using Emergent? Do you all want to see some examples to spark your own curiosity? Yeah. Let me go ahead and show you some of the previous work that our learners had done, right? So this is a full stack application or a humanoid robot that one of our learners had gone ahead and created, and this is the website of that they put out about Aura robotics products and all of that. This entire, what you see, the whole UI of it was completely done with AI, and it does not stop there, right? It's fully functional. It does not stop there. Look at this. Another learner of ours created a product for content analysis. This is how you actually practically bring AI solutions to your life, right? You think about what are some things that you can build either for yourself or you can go ahead and build for your teams. If you're somebody who has more than 15 years of work experience or more than 10 years of work experience itself, you would be managing a team of people. Think about what are the applications that you could build out today that could help your team become way more efficient. Content analysis is a classic example of that for people who are into the content game. I'll also tell you another way in which we have been using an application, right? I'll tell you that once I go ahead and demo this, but look at Checker Owl, right? The whole website is also created with the free trial plan, the paid plan, and all of that as well. And if you click on install extension, it directly takes you to Chrome Web Store, from where people can go ahead and add this to their add this to their Chrome as well, just like how all of you added Emily already, right? So this is something that one of our learners created. Vox Smith, the perfect voice for all of your stories, is something that is a project that one of our learners worked on, right? And they have been able to create multiple types of voices inside of it, multiple characters also inside of it, just like how we saw, something like 11 Labs. Of course, the use cases are different over here, right? And again, it's completely functional end to end. And look at this. One of our learners again also went ahead and created a website for Lamborghini. How many Lamborghini fans in the house today? Drop in L on the chat if you are a Lamborghini fan. And look at the kind of website that came out, right? Look at this. The whole hero section captures the car very, very well. And as you go down, you have all these graphical elements. And all of this was done by Emergent with a few prompts directly. So this is the potential, but let's come back now to our app that we are building. And let's see what it has done. It says it has integrated the OpenAI API key already. It says the API is working and falling back correctly as well. And then it says the front end is working beautifully, but it is not stopping there. It is also now calling its testing agent, right? And it is running a comprehensive backend testing right now as we speak. Folks, what we are seeing here is Emergent, which is a tool which has AI agents inside of it, taking over a large 20-member, minimum 20-member engineering team. Drop in MB on the chat if this is absolutely mind-blowing for you. MB on the chat if this is mind-blowing for you. Job loss, says someone. Now you know why everybody is saying, oh my God, companies are letting go of people. It is because of this, right? Now it basically says, great news, your calorie tracker backend is fully functional. It has gone ahead, tested all of these things. This is the current status, fully tested. This is not what you would get with white coding alone. This is the reason why Emergent is an agentic AI tool, right? What I will also now go ahead and say is, now over here, you see my agent has suddenly gone offline and it says your budget limit has reached. What can I do? You see this option here, the plus icon. You click on this, and the beauty about Emergent is that you can set your budget for individual projects. So as you can see, I have about 40 credits remaining, right? And not on a paid plan, have about 40 credits remaining here. I can go ahead, click on this, and I can increase this to, let's say, 30 more credits for this particular project. And once I do that, I just tell my agent once again, I have my credits. You can go ahead. I also want, I'm going to now say, I don't want everybody to be able to access this application. I want people to be able to create accounts and then log in into the app so that, you know, they become logged in users for me. So I'm going to say, I also want you to build simple authentication for this. And I also want you to build a, what do you say, streak so that I can slightly gamify it for users. Now, the other thing that I would like to give you all as a pro tip is that whenever you use, and this is correct for vibe coding as a concept, and this is also correct for tools like Emergent, right? Whenever you give a prompt, let me just refresh this. Yeah, it is working. Okay. So whenever you're using these tools, right, make sure that your prompts are very simple. I'm sure you might want to go ahead and add like 50 different features to the product that you're building. But what ends up happening, imagine, right, you go to your engineering team and you basically say that, let me quickly refresh this also. Yeah. And I'll open up the preview so that you can also see what is happening. But there you go. It has already built the next screen as well, and it gives an option of taking photo. I'll actually open this on my phone, but here is the, you know, pro tip that I want to give you all. Imagine that you are having your engineering team build a product, right? Would you go ahead and give them 50 different features that they need to focus on for the very first launch? Absolutely not. They will come and tell you that it's impossible to go ahead and create a product like that by focusing on 50 different features at the same time. So how do you communicate it to your engineering team? You basically say that I want all of these features in my app as an end goal, but I'm going to give you all time to do that. And meanwhile, I will give you all one task at every time. So every prompt of ours has to be short and has to be to the point, focusing on one specific change or feature that we want to go ahead and build. Only then the outputs will be great. You can, of course, go ahead and put one prompt with 10 different features inside of it, and you will still get an output. But that is the output that will make you say, I don't know if I'll go ahead and use it, right? The outputs come out really well when AI models also have clarity, and that clarity needs to be given by end users like all of us. But as you can see, I'll proceed with front-end testing. That is what it is doing now. And then it will add the authentication and the gamification features that we have asked for as well. Let it go ahead and do its thing. It does that. I'm also going to quickly join in to the meeting from my phone so that I can show you all the output when it comes, since I want to show you the mobile version of this particular output that it will give us, right? Just a second. I am just trying to log in from my phone. And folks, don't worry, your assignment for the day is also based on Emergent itself. We want you to go ahead and build something of your own, and we will tell you what that is. And for that, I have a surprise also coming your way. So don't worry if you are not able to go ahead and find this tool, or if you are thinking we have not shared the link yet. But I'm just joining in from my phone as well. Okay. Let me use a different email ID. The testing part of it is what takes time. And if you are thinking that Emergent is taking time at this point of time, you should also know that these AI agents currently that Emergent is running are doing the work of 20 different people all at once. Okay, now for me to join the Zoom event, it is asking me to prove that I'm a human being. So I'm just going to be doing that on my phone. I have a food item also with me so that I can show you all the end result of it by taking a picture of it. Okay. Give me 1 second. Just doing this. Okay. Okay, now Emergent is telling me it's mostly complete with just one camera issue that's likely environment related. So it has only understood that there is an issue again with the camera feature or the image upload feature, and it is going ahead and fixing that on its own. Let's just give me 1 more second. I'm trying to prove to Zoom that I'm not a robot so that I can log in from my phone. All right, perfect. Zoom is finally convinced that I'm not a robot. Okay, I need to make myself the host. Perfect. I will promote myself to the panelist. Okay. I just did that so that I'm able to share the application from my phone and show it to all of you. All right, I'm ready with my phone. Is Emergent ready with our tool? Okay, now let me add the JWT secret key, and it is going ahead and doing that. What I'm going to do right after this is I'm going to go ahead and show you the deployment process as well. Once I show you the deployment process, because a lot of you might be like, hey, we have created all of this, but how do we go ahead and deploy? I'm going to show you that also. But while this is doing, with Emergent, what you could also do is you have the option of going ahead and attaching files. So let us say you want the UI of the top part of it to be changed, you can just take a screenshot of it. You can upload that screenshot and you can ask it to change anything specifically in that. And the other beautiful element of this is that you can import files directly from GitHub also into it. All the techies on the call would know what GitHub is and what it can be used for. But whenever you build any project inside of any tool like Emergent, it is always recommended for you to go ahead and save your projects on GitHub. Likewise, if you have a saved project on GitHub, you can import that directly to Emergent. And because Emergent has an agentic environment built inside of it, right? What it will basically do is it will be able to go through the entire imported GitHub file and it will be able to run that application inside, Emergent's environment itself. Now it says perfect. Authentication screen looks beautiful with a calorie tracker, branding, and clean login form. Now let me run the backend testing to make sure all the new authentication and gamification features are working perfectly. My hands are off. I'm not doing anything, but the agent is doing the testing for me. This is the power of AI agents. Are you all getting a sense of what AI agents can do? Because tomorrow's session is going to be us building AI agents as well. Okay. Folks, is the screen blurred? Yes, no on the chat. Is the screen fine? Is the screen fine now? Okay. I will do one thing. I will stop sharing my screen. Give me 1 second. My internet is absolutely fine. Okay. Can you all see the screen now? Okay. Still blurred. Is it getting better? My internet speed is absolutely fine, folks. Let me do one thing. Yeah. Okay. Let me go to this particular screen. Can you see the screen now? Give me a confirmation. And if you are still finding it blurred, there is not much that I can do about it. Got it. Seems like it has gotten much better for a lot of people. All right. Okay. So what is remaining for us? I would like to go ahead and show you a few more products that have been built out, but let's see what this has done. The authentication screen looks beautiful. Okay, it is now testing. Let's give that a minute. And while it does that, let me show you a few more products that have been built out, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me open this up for all of you over here. Okay. I was just fixing something on my screen just to make sure that you're all able to see it better. I hope this is working out right now for all of you. Perfect. So as this is getting built, folks, let me also go ahead and talk about the assignment that all of you will have to do. Do you all want me to tell you what is the assignment that you will all have to do after this? Yes, on the chat, if I can talk about the assignment. Perfect. The assignment is that you are going to be using Emergent today to go ahead and build a personal portfolio website for all of us. I mean, for yourself, right? And the personal portfolio website is okay. It says excellent. All authentication and gamification features are working perfectly. The backend testing shows all of this is working perfectly right now. So we are ready to go ahead and deploy this. We can go ahead and you can also, by the way, click on share and you can copy this link and you can go ahead and share it with others. But let me go ahead and hit on the deploy button right here. And as soon as you go ahead and hit on deploy, you will see that it has started the deployment process. It is building the packages that is required. It is going to then migrate the databases that is required. It is going to then export a lot of these files and then go ahead and deploy it and give us a link that we can go ahead and use. But what is the assignment that all of you will do? You will not go ahead and build an application, but you will build a personal portfolio website today. And how are you going to do that? You saw how ChatGPT can do an in-depth research of your profile and tell you what needs to be there in your resume and all of that. Vivek showed you the workflow that you can essentially use to talk to ChatGPT and make ChatGPT your interview assistant. You are going to use ChatGPT to help you get copy, which is what should be on the website. That is what ChatGPT is going to give you. You take that, you come to Emergent, you create your own account, and you go ahead and input that inside of Emergent. What will you get by the end of it? You will get a fully functional personal portfolio website that you will come back and that you will share with us. And I will show you where you can go ahead and share that with us as well. And there is a sweet little surprise that I will also tell you, which we have been able to pull off for all of you, right? Now, before I go ahead and all right, the deployment is now done. Let me go ahead and open this up on my phone. And for that, I need to give access to my other self on this call. Okay. Perfect. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah. I got the link of the tool right here. What I'm going to do is I will share my screen and I'll show you what it looks like. Are you all excited to see what we have built out? Are you all excited to see what we have built out? Excited on the chat if you are excited to see what we have been able to build out in the last half an hour. Yeah? Perfect. Let me share my screen. Okay, I need to share this. I have just a second. Starting to broadcast. I hope it pops up on our Zoom account. Perfect. And there you go. Do you all see this app right now? Let me put this aside. This is what Emergent has built out for us. And it says, welcome, sign in to continue tracking your calories. So I can go ahead and first, because we set up authentication, I need to go ahead and show I create my own account, right? So let me go ahead and enter my name, my email address. This is not the actual email address, folks, but I need to give it a password. I'm just gonna say, okay. I'm gonna confirm my password and I'm going to go ahead and create an account. Okay, it says passwords don't match. Let me give that another shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. I click on create account right here. And once I created the account, it has got me in. And this is the first page that it has shown us. Where it says name, I can put in my name, my age, my weight. I weigh about 60 kgs. And okay. All right. And I click on save profile. And there you go. You can see that the entire app is built out right here. It also has an upgrade to premium option. We will see what that is slightly later, but welcome back. And it says, the date is there. The progress bar is there. What are the calories that were consumed? So I can go ahead and I can simply click on add food here. And I have the option of starting my camera or uploading a picture. What I will actually do live in front of all of you is I have some food right here, right? So I'm going to take this food item, take a picture of it. So I'm starting my camera and there you go. That's my studio. This is me at this point of time, if you're wondering whether I'm doing it live. But let me go ahead, open this up and take a picture and we will see whether the app is able to recognize it. Right? So I go ahead, meal type, lunch, capture. I have captured it. I click on analyze food right now. And what should be happening? It should call OpenAI's API key and OpenAI should be able to tell us what this is. And there you go. It says food analyzed, paneer curry with rice and samosas, 750 calories. Oh my God. And it has automatically upgraded the progress bar as well. And it has gone ahead and defined my goal, what is remaining and everything around it. It has put in already over here. Drop in MB on the chat if you are mind blown with what we have created. MB on the chat if you are mind blown with what we have created. Yeah? Perfect. Perfect. Now, let me close this very quickly, put this aside. And now let me come back to the assignment that I was talking about earlier, right? What we have done for all of you is I will go ahead and share the link of Emergent with all of you. But I would want all of you to go ahead and use this link to go ahead and create your accounts. Because since we knew that we wanted to give you an assignment and okay. Okay, 1 second, folks. This one is not working. All right, I will share one more link. My team just messaged me saying that this current link that I've shared with all of you is not working, but this is the link that you can go to. This is the link that you can go to. And because we are giving you an assignment that you can go ahead, that you need to go ahead, complete and submit it back to us, we are adding 5 more credits for all of you after you sign up on this particular link that I have shared. So in total, you're going to have about 15 credits. So you can go ahead, play around as well. And you can go ahead and also complete your assignment. And once you complete your assignment, where should you go ahead and share this particular assignment? Let me go ahead and show that as well. Remember in the morning, I spoke about the referral competition that everybody can essentially go ahead and take. Inside the referral competition, a lot of you have signed up, by the way. I'm super excited to see how many points each of you will go ahead and get for yourselves. But this is the referral page that I already spoke about in the morning. Inside of this, we have added a task for all of you, which is you need to go ahead and build out your own professional portfolio website, and that is going to get you 50 points in total. This is something that we would want all of you to go ahead and do and submit. You can go down, you can submit the link right here. You can go ahead and submit the link right here. And once you do that, you are going to get 50 points for it. And like I said, the person who is going to have the highest points gets a MacBook Air. The people who are going to be in the top 100 get Emily AI and Super Grow for one entire year. And everybody else who participates will get a lot of learning resources. Will you all spend the rest of the evening to create your own personal portfolio websites? Yes, on the chat, if you will go ahead and create your own personal portfolio websites. Perfect. Let me share that link once again. It should work for everybody, and you will not be able to log in directly. You will have to go ahead and you will have to create an account. What would that look like? I will show that to all of you. When you go to the link that we have shared with all of you, you will land on a page like this, where you can either continue with Google or you can enter your email and password over here and create your own. Sorry, I'm so sorry. If you don't have an account, you click on sign up for free, right? Once you click on sign up for free, you can go ahead, fill up your details over here and click on sign up. That is the first step. You do that once your account gets created, and then you can go ahead and use Emergent going forward as well for whatever projects that you want to go ahead and create. But did you all get a fair sense of agentic AI tools? Did I do a decent enough job in terms of showing you how these agentic AI tools work? Perfect. All right. All right. How is this different to Relevance AI? Relevance AI is a very, very different platform that is used to create AI agents. And we will not be talking about Relevance AI tomorrow, but we will certainly talk about AI agents that we have built on top of Relevance itself. And we will show you what these AI agents can essentially do. But let me now share my screen once again and take you all through this that we have. Now, from the morning, we have seen multiple different capabilities of generative AI, right from how generative AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Numerous.ai, Suno.ai, and Gemini, how do all of these tools help us become more productive and become more efficient? We started off with that. We then went ahead and saw image and video generation with AI. We then went ahead and saw agentic AI tool, which is Emergent, and we saw what we can go ahead and build with that. We can build applications, we can build websites, we can build landing pages, and all of these amazing things. So what we have been trying to show you today is that if you have an idea, you can bring that idea to life. And that is what you will take a stab at by doing the assignment today. But we told you that we are all on a journey to become AI generalists. And we have gotten started with that already today. Tomorrow is going to be a long day starting exactly at 10 a.m. IST. And it will be going on again till 7 p.m. IST tomorrow. And tomorrow's day is going to be us building solutions and understanding how AI generalists solve problems inside of companies, right? But before we get into that, this mastermind essentially is helping you get started. You cannot become an AI generalist, or we cannot help you become an AI generalist only in 16 hours. And that is the reason why. How many of you here have seen Vaibhav Sisanti's podcast with Raj Shamani? Drop in yes on the chat, Raj Shamani or with Deshbhakt. Lots and lots of you, right? If you have paid close